I grew up literally like 10 minutes down the street. Kind of bumped into it one day when I was allowed to leave the area. Just heard the noise of people doing tricks and like the benches getting ground. Literally followed the sound, people skating, and I found that spot.
Blood, fire. So there.
Jensen, he was like a mentor, tell me to like skate high as shit first as like a training point. It's just the will of flinging yourself onto it, try and aim it into it. After time, it just works. Once I actually did a crooked grind and I was on top of it, I was so gassed. I was like, oh my days. Fucking months and months of doing like wheelie grinds. Finally being on top, like, yo, I'm in it. Doing anything first time with those things is just the best feeling in the world. Once you're up there, innit? First time I ever went down there, people were like filming lines in it. It was like the blueprint team. And they were filming for Way Into the World.
Got it.
Jensen and Mark Baines, Colin Kennedy, Shannon King, all them lot. And obviously Magee was the one filming. That's how it all started, really.
Fuck off.
I mean, at the time, I didn't even realise how lucky I was to like have that so close to me. And then after the time, I was like, this is amazing. How is this down the street for me? Trying to like learn how to do a kickflip or ollie, go up a curb, let alone get up on top of those benches because they were fucking high. I would just go down there to just kind of watch them. And then when everyone would leave, that's when I'd try and do my thing. Basically, anytime they'd be there, I'd be there. I was literally there like day and night. I got chatting away with them and they would help me try and skate and give me like tips. Over time, got to know Jensen. Kind of similar age, probably like 5 years older than me or something. He was obviously amazing. Just doing it all, yeah. I was a little bit shorter than him at that point, but I was watching him and I'm being like, oh, there's no excuse. Like, right, he can do it, then I can do it. Doing like nose grind, shoves. Nose grind, nollie flips out. Flip back Smiths. I remember seeing that in person and I was like, right, okay. Basically setting the standard high from way back, man. Mark Baines, fast lines like Mach 10. It was like Jensen, him, Toby, of course. Seeing Toby skate down there, I like watched all his parts from before, like Head Cleaner, from Unabomber. And it was all basically a lot of South Bank and Vicky benches. I know that was one of his favourite spots, same as me. He just had the best style, really, man, and he flowed around like easy. He's been skating there for years and years and years, way before I was even skating. Out of everyone, it was Jensen and Toby I'd watch a lot to sort of be like, right. Their style, even back then, them two were like my favourite.
I'd craved the ledge spot my entire life. And Vicky Benches was kind of amazing. It was really peaceful. It was just like, this is it. This is as good as it's going to get. Everyone who wanted to skate ledges just got used to it. Because they're quite short and high. I think the more you skated there, the more you got the hang of it. I can still remember Lucien being this tiny child. We were so much older than him, and he just wanted to get up on the benches and do the same thing. So it must have pushed him pretty hard.
Vicky Benches popped up for a bit, and then when I started filming for Palace, you wouldn't even suggest it. Apart from one day, Lucien was like, I kind of just want to check it. And there was half of one of the benches was unskate stopped, and that was about it.
They capped one of them at one point. Kind of a mystery who took them off. Then they eventually did all of them. To actually see all of them capped was devastation, man. There's a little point where I kind of accepted the spot being knobbed. And I was like, well, we'll just skate the inside now. Which was actually quite fun, but made it way harder. It was blunt first, and then it did nose blunt, because obviously I was sort of getting used to it.
We'd filmed a bunch of stuff there already. You could skate the inside of the bench at the end of one bench, and you could flip the bin on its side. You know, we were reaching the limit of what we could actually try there. Right across the road from Vicky Benches was the Metropolitan Police headquarters, fucking Scotland Yard. The idea of even attempting to get the stoppers off was mad. We just started trying to film some stuff there because he was like, I think I can just skate the inside of the bench.
From that point to actually taking it off was probably only like a month or two before I was like, all right, nah, enough's enough.
There was multiple attempts to get the skate stoppers off. The first attempt, I was at Lucien, and he went wearing an all orange, furry, completely flammable tracksuit.
1 o'clock now. Gotta wait for buses to go by.
I think so.
And like an industrial power saw. We just went there at night, as blatant as anything. He started just trying to saw off the skate stoppers.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Kind of stood to the side, keeping a lookout. Guy comes out, he's like, what you doing? Oh, we're just working in the local area now, you know, fix this. And they've asked us to come down here late because there's not many people down here. And it turns out he was the manager of Christchurch Gardens, which was Vicky Benches. We just had the jet. Next time he went down, I wasn't there, but he went with Rory. And as I understand it, the story goes, the police came.
Yeah, I just wasn't having it. So me and Rory went down there one time. I bought like a power tool and tried to saw them off. It worked for a few of them, but it was just taking too long. Obviously the noise and the sparks and everything was just a bit mad. Someone called the feds, and then obviously we were like, fuck, you know, we ain't trying to get done for this, basically. So we legged it. After that, decided that wasn't going to work, so I went and bought this hammer, which has got more weight in the actual hammer. So almost like a mallet. And I thought, this actually might work better. And it did.
Did that happen before?
Shit.
What?
Yeah, but this hammer's like it's got more weight to it.
Haven't gone there with like power tools and power saws. All it took was just a hammer. At that point, so much stuff had happened, I didn't even want to film it. Mike Fox filmed it. Fisheye of him just whacking the skate stoppers off, which I kind of regret I didn't. But at the time, it was like, fucking Scotland Yard's across the road. So, like, you do that, and if you get arrested, I'll film the rest of the video.
Just take like plunges at it and it just pinged off. So we just did it to all of them. Thinking about it for ages, trying to work out the right hammer.
Nice.
Being there for so long and spending so much time there, I just had enough, man.
Should cruise away and come back?
Yeah.
And it was so close for me, so it was just playing on my head. The back tail carved round, and then I did a front nollie hill to switch fiber. Might have been the first one. And then everything else was after that. Word got out naturally, but I wasn't like running around being like, yo, it's back. I always think like, you know what, get another thing in the bag, innit? Carry on, down something, you just keep going, innit? On some LeVar McBride shit. See how far you can push it.
That was fucking sick.
It's just like in the middle of this lovely park, innit? It's just nice. People go down there and eat their lunch.
Alright, this is the last guy, right?
I mean, it was always busy. Lunchtime, you wouldn't be able to really go down there and skate because people are on the benches and you couldn't really ask them to move. When you get to about 5, 6, place was just empty, man. I was a bit of like a night owl for a minute. A bit more peaceful at night. And also, it was cold. I don't know what it is. In the wintertime, when first skating at night, it feels a bit more renegade and a bit more like a secret mission. Okay. The park was kind of shaped like a Y. One long stretch, and then once you get to the statue, it'd veer off to left and right. Once you go past the statue, it's downhill, so if you land a trick, you don't have to necessarily take the one push. You can sort your feet out without having to move.
That was whack though, man.
Kind of want to have that statue in there too. It's just an iconic part of the park, innit? Besides the benches. If you're looking for the spot, you'd like see that and be like, right, that's it. Anytime you'd get onto the bench, the sound it would make, sort of weird hollow sound. But it's solid, whatever it is. It wasn't totally smooth on top or any part of it. It feels like a marble ledge, but it's got texture to it. Anytime you would grind it, I guess the noise is just echoing. And obviously underneath is hollow, so the noise just like bounces. You'd hear your slide, you know, you'd hear your grind differently. And there's like no other bench I've ever skated that has made anything close to that kind of noise. It was like a therapeutic kind of sound. Hear it, you're just like, oh, for me anyway.
Oh, mate.
That thing was like fucking Stonehenge, man. Them things would have just been there forever. Wouldn't have eroded or anything. Didn't know how long they would last for. I just wanted to have as much footage as I could there for the first Palace full-length video.
It was only like 3 years before Palasonic came out is when we really started filming for it. Every now and again we'd go back, but when it got towards the end, be like, where do you want to skate? He would just text any of us Vicky bitches.
It was just like the memories, man. A lot of good memories. So to like bring it back and skate it meant loads. I was just excited to be able to skate it again.
Nice one, man.
The benches, when they were gone, were probably exactly the same as when they were first put out, what people were skating back in the day. I don't know what they were made out of, but they seemed unchangeable through the ages. So I think that's one thing that lent itself towards the kind of nostalgia of that spot.
When I was young and I was skating at South Bank, Toby Shaw would go on these little trips to Parliament Square ledges or Victoria benches, and then one day he was like, come with me and skate. Because he was someone I looked up to and thought he was amazing, it made me think like, I really want to skate them like how he does. Get up there at least, because they were quite high. Once I could, and I was a bit older, we used to just go there the whole time, me and Toby, and just spend like days on end there. Lucien lived in Victoria, so I remember him turning up and he was so youthful and friendly and open, straight away kind of going for it. He sort of saw that as the norm in a way, so he had to learn how to skate those ledges as if they were like normal curbs.
Benches were like big to the point of someone would do a line. If they did switch front 50 and 80 on it, you'd be like, how did you get up to that switch? So then when Lucien started nollie flipping crook to it, we were just like, one, when do you do shit like that? And two, like, how?
Did a line and I did switch flip back tail, nollie flip crook. I was like, oh lord. It was like I was charging up heavy for the last couple of tricks of the video.
Fuck.
Fucked it.
Yeah.
Ah!
And then in front nollie hill, switch crook. I was just messing about one night, really. Just started locking in and I was like, right, get the camera out, mate. Just needed Toby and that was it really. He did his tail slide to regular, fucking banging.
Yes!
I didn't really get it at the time, but I wish I went there more with him. I can't understate how much the last day of filming for Palasonic, like literally the last day of filming, was just like magic for him.
Holy shit.
He got some cool lines before and a bunch of clips. I've never seen him skate like that before. He was doing shit we didn't even know he could do.
So banging. Thank you. So beautiful. Yeah, you get the little cheeseburgers. Is there any more in there? Get that. We'll buy it. Yeah.
Just felt like the old days. Because everyone was just bouncing off each other, man. It was just a perfect day. Everyone was down there. Lev, Toddy, Chewy, Brady, Rory. The whole team, basically. It was just like a vibe, innit, man? So we just started playing about and things just started working. Getting close to something and everyone cheering you on kind of thing, innit?
Yeah.
What's that saying? No, it's fine. That's gangster, better. Yeah, man.
Quite a deep one, but yeah, it's definitely a big part of my life. That being like one of my favourite parts that I've put out, and then having that as the intro to that. I feel privileged because I spent a lot of my time there as a kid and kind of kept me out of trouble, all the rest of it, man.
So that is like Kareem Campbell would do that shit. Like police, yeah.
But you never know with these kind of things, man, like landmarks and places you skate. It's like, if these places that you spend so much time at weren't even there, what would you be doing? You never know what Lev's going to get up to, man. There's no, like, kind of say, we just let him work his magic. The first time seeing it was in the premiere, innit? Having the last part, I was just happy with it, man. Represents the beginning, man, my childhood. carried on, man. Didn't even stop, yeah. Didn't even think anything of it. It wasn't like, oh, that's it now. Kind of just kept it moving. They started putting signs up being like reconstruction, and they started putting up pictures of what it's going to look like. So, yeah, that was peak.
Alright.
Not even really trying to like film and go crazy. More like just being there, just skating about, enjoying the last bits really. Switchback noise blunt, that was the first one I ever did. I never thought I'd ever be able to do that on that thing. Appreciate whoever built that place. Got a lot of people together, and yeah, man, that's how it is. We've got 4 of them, 4 benches, and we're just trying to work out the perfect thing to do with them. Lev didn't even tell me for ages, and then we got Mash up, and he was like, oh man, I got 4 of the benches. I was like, no way!
Keep that rolling, man.